Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, LegallyEmoyTv. It's Emoy. I have a special guest here today. My really good friend, Jasmine Brighthart, and she's going to be telling us her amazing court reporting journey. Stay tuned. What was your practice routine?
Well, my practice routine, I actually got it from my teacher. She set me up on a structure, and it included drills. The first half hour, but I do 45 minutes because that's just how I am. And I do 45 minutes of drills, finger drills, whether it be stitching, acronyms, numbers, streets, states, cities, just anything I just needed to just get acclimated on. And I would also so from after the drills, then I start off high. We want to reach, it depends, it's your target speed. Like at the time, I was going for, I think, 180 literary. So I'd bump it up to 190, 200, just to get my fingers moving, just to get going fast. And I do that for about an hour and a half. And then for another hour and a half, I'd bring it down to accuracy. So I'd go lower than my target speed. So I'd go to 160, 140. 140 is pretty much the lowest I'd go. Just so that way it's like I'm not sweating, I'm not struggling, I'm just moving. I'm just, hitting all the right strokes just correctly for this long period of time. Then for another hour and a half, then I do my target speed, which was the 180. And I do that and I just continue to do that for like the whole, time. Wow. And then I pretty much just like put on something that I liked. Okay. Like I liked jury charges. Okay. So it was kind of like a cool down, and I do that at 180 just to get in the groove. Okay. So yeah.
So that's how you would end it out.
Yeah, like just something that I like, but pretty much like you can end it like with your target speed. Like that's pretty much you finish up with your practicing.
So you would do 15 minutes of warm up.
30 minutes.
30? She said 45 actually.
30 minutes is fair.
30 minutes is fair, but she did 45. You were overachiever. She's an overachiever. So she said 45 minutes of warm up, and then you did 2 hours or 1 hour of higher.
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half of a higher speed than her. And this is when you was shooting for 180, you were doing 200. And then when she would end it out by doing 180 jury charges, which was her favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Forever Weekend underscore 12 wants to know, what was your motivation?
To be honest, my motivation was financial freedom. Like court reporting, they get paid a lot of money. Like the starting salary for Supreme Court is $90,000.
Whoa.
That's starting. That doesn't include your transcripts that you're getting daily. And like some of the daily copies, and a daily pretty much means that they want you to give it back to them the next day. I've heard of people getting paid $19 an hour. I mean, $19 a page.
$19 a page.
A page.
A page?
And that's Monday.
I heard $5.
I mean, I think it's lower courts. I think it depends. Wow. And when and how. Like,
but the point is that you can be that person that makes $19.
I've heard. Like, so, but I think it's a lot of work. I'm sure it's a lot of work, and you're up all night doing the transcript, having to be to work the next morning, or within the next hour. Right. It's a lot of work. It is, but it's worth it if that's what you want.
So would you ever want to work anywhere else other than the court? No. Quit. That was a quick no.
No,
absolutely not.
I did not like freelance. I did freelance when because coming out of school we don't have many options, because to be a Supreme reporter, you have to take a civil service exam, and they want you to have some years of experience. All of the court positions, you have to take a civil service exam, and you have to inevitably wait for that exam to come out. So in the meantime, you need to be working. And what one does is they pick up freelance work, and they do depositions, and they bounce around all over the city or wherever they can find work. And I didn't like that. I'm too
a creature of habit.
Or yes, absolutely. And I need to know where I'm going, for how long, why, and it's just, and it didn't fit me. I wasn't happy. I literally cried before every job because I did not like it. I did not like it.
No.
And I would take like the bare minimum. Like people would like. I had a friend, the one that had finished in 11 months.
Yeah.
She would take all the jobs. She'd take like 2 jobs a day. I had 1, and that was like Monday. And then Wednesday was like my next one, because I just didn't like it. But I needed, to make a living, so I had to make money. So I just did the bare minimum. And I remember but the money is great. Like, I remember I made $700 in like 3 hours. 3 hours. Yeah.
I need to really be putting my practice time in.
Yeah.
$700 3 hours?
Yeah.
That's nice money.
Yeah, but it's hard because I didn't like it. It was just, I was just not happy during the job.
Were you taking the public transportation going there?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't comfortable. I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. I didn't like not knowing where I was going.
Not knowing
how many
people,
because with depositions, it could be multiple speakers. You can have 10 speakers. You can have 2 speakers. You just don't know. And I'm kind of a neurotic person, and I needed to like know that. I would need to know that, you know, to mentally prepare myself. And those are things that you just can't know. Like you never know unless you get there, or until you get there. And you know, those people that come in, like the attorneys, like it's usually like civil work. Okay. You know, like car accidents, civil falls, or whatever. You know, EBTs, examinations before trials. And it was just boring. Like I just didn't want to hear about that. Like,
got it.
It sucked the life out of me. Just sitting there writing, and I'm like, you know what? I need to be in someone's courtroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where do you work in the court?
Well, right now I'm currently in the Bronx. I work for the district attorney's office, and I'm a grand jury stenographer. So like I don't deal with any car accidents. Unless someone, you know, gets killed. But for the most part, like it's just, you know, criminal.
Criminal.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it. It's a dream. Like some days I wake up and I'm like, is this real? Like I can't believe that this is my job. And then once I'm at work, I'm like, I can't believe I'm really getting paid for this. Like it's wow. It's surreal.
That just lighted me up.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you plateau while in school?
Yeah. In the last class, the 225 class, I sat in there for a whole year. 180 to 225. I didn't pass not one test. Not one test. And I would, you know, I didn't practice as much as I should, but there were times that I was practicing, and it wasn't my time.
Wow.
And I believe, like, with court reporting, timing is everything. And I think that everything happened for a reason. Like, it was a reason that I didn't pass, you know, at that time.
Right.
Because same person, you know, same courthouse that I'm in, but I wouldn't have been ready.
Got it.
Like, then I just wouldn't have been, like, mentally, I just wouldn't have been, maybe not even mature enough. Right. I just wasn't ready. And, like, you know, now I see that, you know, that everything had to happen for a reason. And, yeah.
I think that's a good thing. So basically, students should be patient and not be
absolutely
and not give up.
Oh no!
Do people drop out at 125 words per minute in that class?
People drop out at any time. Like people can drop out at the theory. People can drop out in the last class. Like I think it's an individual thing. But for the most part, like I did notice that people tended to drop out like once they hit like the speed classes. Like once they realized that, you know, there was more that they had to do, you know, more they had to like either sacrifice on or, you know, more that they had to be disciplined about, they kind of like, you know, shied away and just decided that maybe this court reporting wasn't for them. And that I did notice. Wow. That I did notice. Yeah. Because again, the dropout rate is 80, 90%? 90%. That's a lot of people. A lot of people.
Did you graduate with any of the people? Well, obviously not. Right.
No one that I started with in 2009 graduated with me in 2017. 18. Everyone was already gone, you know, well in their career.
Or dropped out.
And or dropped out, absolutely. And I had met, you know, a new set of classmates that, you know, made the...
Well, did you graduate with those people that you met when you started?
In 2009?
Yeah. Absolutely. No. When you started, when you came back. You did. That's
absolutely,
nice.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Like, yeah, shout out to Mimi, shout out to Lindsay. Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
definitely. Paul. Like, definitely.
That's cool. Yeah. I think that's cool already because I feel like people that did start then, they still don't.
Yeah, no. We all graduated like pretty much the same. Some of us, you know, we started, because you know what it is? Even though a semester starts at a certain time, you can be fresh into a semester and be done with it within a week. You have to pass your test. Like that's what it boils down to. You passing that test or those tests, you know, rather. And I think the semester started in January, February, March, April, and April was when I got my last test. Wow. Yeah, and it actually flew, to be honest.
Well, I must say that's only 4 months, 5 months. And January, February, March, April, 4 months.
From me having had sat in that class for a whole year.
Wow. So we got to count everything.
Yeah. And I was pretty a big deal.
Wow.
I was, and I'm very modest, and I'm very I wouldn't toot my own horn, but I definitely was on fire.
Wow. So what changed from when you did it before to when you did it again?
My practice structure.
Oh, so what was it?
For me practicing, and the fact that I actually practiced diligently on weekends, holidays, birthdays. Like, you know, I practice, and that's really what it boils down to. Yeah.
So you sacrificed a lot of events.
Absolutely. I think we all have to.
Yeah.
Like, if, you know, one does want to, you know, succeed at this and, you know, become a stenographer, a diligent stenographer. Right. We don't want to just be, you know, half-assing.
Right.
You know, you have to do it. You do. You have to do it.
Right.
You have to.
How did your family feel about stenography? My mom personally feels like I'm insane. I'm gonna do a video on that, like her reaction to my journey with stenography. But she honestly feels like I'm wasting my time.
I don't get it.
She's like, "What are you doing? Go do nursing."
Yes.
I'm African. Go do, like, listen. Every time I call my mom. So I'm up against that. She's like, you better go do nursing.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
Are you still in that school wasting your money? And I'm like, Mommy, what's good? Like, hi. So that's how does your family do it?
They didn't get it at first. My dad was one. He went to college.
Okay.
He graduated, I think, from Baruch College. He has his like bachelor's. And he would say to me, so when are you going to drop out of that school and go to a real college?
When are you gonna drop out
and go to a real college? And I'm like, well, this is a real college. I'm going to get a real degree and I'm going to land a real job and make 6 figures, real money. And he just didn't get it because of the struggle that I had to go through. Like, you know, me being in school for 4 years. And, you know, all of this is for an associate's. An associate's in occupational studies. Like, it's not like it's a bachelor's or master's in something, or one would think.
And I think that's my mother's whole thing, because she's like, oh, you're going to do a bachelor, you're going to do an associate's when you already have a bachelor's degree. Why don't you go further?
You're amazing.
And I'm just like,
you're amazing.
I'm like, Mom, I'm going back because you realize people that my husband has a master's degree in public health.
Awesome.
But he runs his own business. Why? Maybe because it's like you got to dedicate all your time and you're not really being fulfilled.
Yeah.
Most of us that do go and get master's degrees or bachelor's degrees, we either are not working in that field.
Those are the statistics.
We're not working in that field. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I'm like, Mommy, I'm doing this because it makes sense. She's like, but it's so out of your way. I'm like, how? So it's kind of weird, but I still feel like, even though, I don't know if anyone, I'm sure other people have the same experience, because a lot of the people in my class, I have one of my classmates, she went to Spelman. Okay?
Wow, really?
She's freaking phenomenal.
That's impressive.
She went to Spelman, Jazz.
That's impressive.
And she's doing court reporting. So it's like, Plaza? She's at Plaza with me.
No, she ain't at Plaza.
No, you're a mess. She's at Plaza and she's like so cool. I'm like, you went to Spelman, sis? So you never know who's gonna. I heard there's even people that has their masters that went back and is doing court reporting.
Wow, yeah, court reporting is definitely a rewarding field. The money's there, the work is there, and it's a field that where at work we're constantly learning. Like, I'm constantly learning about penal laws, you know, like just medical, just like things like aircraft, like, you know, just all kinds of just things that I'm just learning about that I didn't come in there knowing. And it's great.
Wow. Okay, I have another question. What writers do you use now?
Well, because I work in a grand jury, I'm not allowed to use any of my equipment. Not my software, not my machine, not my laptop. I'm using everything solely from the district attorney's office. Their computer, their Diamante machine.
Okay, Diamante.
Now, Diamante used to be like the Bentley of like all machines. Now there's the Luminex. You know,
that's what they sell. That's what they give everyone.
The Luminex is a big deal. I have the Luminex. It's all black.
At home.
Yeah, it's all black and it has like hot pink keys.
Heard you, sis.
Yeah, they're leather. But it's collecting dust. Like, I can't use it because I'm here at grand jury. So like, I'm saving it.
Do you practice when you get home?
I should, but I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Speaking about the grand jury, do you have any certifications?
No, not at the moment. I don't. I do have long-term goals of becoming, you know, of getting my RPR, but because I went through so much to like get here, I'm kind of just trying to enjoying the fruits of my labor.
Got it.
And you know, like, so like this is like officially like my first year and a half out,
right?
And, like, so now at the time I should be, you know, like recharging and, you know, like getting back in the groove again. I actually went for the lower court test.
Okay.
Back in June. Definitely wasn't for me. That test definitely wasn't for me. But it just means that it wasn't my time. Like, I'm not discouraged. Like, I don't feel like, you know, I was less than. Like, it just wasn't my time. It was supposed to be for me. I would have got it. So, and again, my long-term goal is to become a Supreme Reporter. So when that happens, I'm going to go for that. And if I don't get it then, I'll go for it again. I'm just going to keep going for it. In the meantime, I'm still making money. I'm still almost, close to 6 figures. And
hello, students. She said she just graduated. Mommy, I hope you're watching this video.
It's good. Well,
Mommy, I hope you're watching this video, Mommy. She just graduated school. What month? We gotta be clear, please, because my mother's must be watching.
Well, I got my last test in April, and then graduation was in June. I started working for the DA's office in August of that year, 2018, and I remember we got a raise too. Like my salary.
Why did you get a raise? I remember working there, but I want you.
We got like a $20,000 raise.
Why?
Within like 4 months.
Why?
I don't know.
I think from what I remember,
and I didn't ask any questions.
She took it. From what I remember working there, they told me that a test was coming out, and you just said you took a test. They said a test,
but not that test.
It wasn't, but they said a test was coming out around that time, and they raised the salary because of the fear that reporters will leave the job.
Yes, because grand jury is like well, not many people know grand jury is like the part where it's like really it's secret. Like no one's supposed to know like grand jury is even happening. Like like when we're like when they're investigating, we're just supposed to just be quiet. Like nothing's supposed to be like out in the open. We don't get trials. I don't get trials. I get testimony from cops, witnesses, doctors, expert witnesses, FBI agents, CIA agents. Like people come in to pretty much give their side of the story, so that way the prosecutors can have the grand jurors, vote for an indictment. And once the indictment happens, then they're able to take this defendant or whoever to trial and, do whatever they do. And that's what happens in local courts, Supreme Courts, and federal courts. So I want some of that money. I want to do trials. I want trials, but, I'm just waiting for the Supreme Court.
Are you a real-time reporter?
No, I'm not. Although I was trained, my theory is real time. I can do real time, but I guess choose not to because it's a lot more work. And but at the same time, I'm a clean writer. I'm very clean. Like I think 2% or 2.5 is like a fair clean writer. I kind of prefer 2 and 2.5, maybe even 3, depending if it's like a fast talker. But yeah, no, I don't do real time. But
so what does that mean? Because I'm confused. What do you mean by you're not a real time writer?
Like untrends come up. Like not everything I write comes up,
perfect,
spotless. Like perfect. I do have mistakes that I have to fix later.
Right.
But for the most part, my theory is real time though. I can write real time, but it just like for instance, like the word, if an attorney says mark this exhibit, and the witness's name is Mark Jones, like I have to be able to write Mark with a cap, his name, and I have to be able to write Mark this exhibit without the cap. So like I have 2 different ways of how to write Mark. So my day in and day job, like when I'm at work, I'm probably writing Mark the same way. And like based on the context of the sentence, I'll know to either cap this one or to leave it uncapped.
Got it. When you're transcribing.
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of a lazy writer, but I can.
Do you feel your training prepared you for the real world?
Absolutely.
Wow. Your training at private college.
Well, my training just from me starting and just, like being in school for the amount of years that I was in school, and just my practicing methods and the different things that I got, the skills that I honed, like my cities, my streets, my acronyms, just everything, my punctuation, like everything that I worked hard and practicing at home to do, it helps me in everyday life. Every day.
So your at-home practice is really, that's pay off.
Yes, it's vital. It's necessary. You have to.
And I have one last question for our special guest, Jasmine. This has been amazing, guys.
Thank you for having me.
This is like the best thing ever. You guys don't even understand how amazing this is. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for being right. What would you tell your younger self?
Oh, wow. That's actually a very good question. That's actually a great question. I tell her that it's okay. Just relax. Like, it's gonna be okay. Like, you're gonna get there. You're gonna get there with flying colors. Like, you're gonna do so well that you're not even gonna believe how well you did. And just relax, focus on the journey, trust your process, trust God, and know that He's there, and you're dynamite, and you got this.
I like that you said, you're gonna get there. So, you said you were different kinds of students during your reporting journey. What student were you ending with?
At the end, I was on fire. Like and I sound like arrogant.
No, you don't. You don't.
I was really that good.
Nice.
And it shocked me. It got to the point where like we would test.
Right.
And like we were all waiting like to hear the recorder, you know, so that we can like mark our test. People would use my test, like to go over. Like they know that if I had a word there, that means that it was said. Like,
what?
And I
Yo, that's dope. If Jasmine had a word there, they knew it was said.
It was crazy. Like,
and you didn't start that way.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I had haters. They hated me.
I believe that.
At the end.
Like, period.
And I'm like, me? Like, are you kidding me? Like,
wow.
Like, it's not that serious. Like, you can easily be me. I have been you.
Right.
And it was crazy. Like, and I didn't believe it. Like, I didn't believe it.
That's like so more.
It's possible.
Wow. Wow.
Just prayer and practice.
Wow. And I love the fact she keeps referencing God.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
I love that.
I could not have been, I would not be standing here talking to you, sitting here talking to you if God didn't put his hands on me and told me to get back in school. Because that was the only way I could have gotten back in school without by him. Because I thought I was lost. Like, I thought I didn't have, like, what am I going to do? I did 4 years in court reporter. What am I going to do?
I get a regular job. Starting from the beginning.
That was not happening.
Yeah.
That at all.
Right.
No.
Right.
So I had to get in there, and he gave me the grace, and I'm here.
Wow. Okay, guys, you heard it here first. Thank you so much for watching. This is my special guest, Jasmine. She's freaking amazing. You did an amazing job. Like, she stole the show. She did an amazing job.
You're amazing.
She did an amazing job. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Bye, guys. You did amazing.